You are listening to WDW Escape, brought to you by WDW Magazine. In today's episode, we imagine Adventureland. It is the drums that call to you. Just moments ago, you were wrapped in the familiar comfort of Main Street, USA, surrounded by happy people posing for pictures and children with balloons. The Dapper Dans were singing as horse-drawn trolleys passed up and down the bustling street. It was another perfect day in one of the most perfect places you can imagine, and all of that is still just steps away. You can even smell the hot dogs at Casey's Corner. But those drums were on the wind, and they called to you. They brought you here. They brought you home. Now they are all around you, music and the tropical breeze that caresses your face as you cross the bridge from the safe and comforting to the extraordinary. You are entering a land of daring do, of thrills and escapades not for the faint of heart. Welcome, traveler. Welcome to Adventureland. The palm fronds wave above you, greeting you like an old friend. You have walked this road before, and somehow it never stops being exciting. Still a delight after all these years. Almost before you expect it, a mighty tree rises above all of the others, and you know you are about to get your steps in for the day. You gaze upward and prepare for your first extraordinary adventure as you climb high into the canopy in the Swiss family treehouse. Up you go, higher into the air and deeper into the amazing story of shipwreck and triumph over adversity. Some of your fellow travelers are very young, and some are much less so. But all of them are too delighted to mind the climb, thrilled by the hidden rooms they discover, and by all of the ingenious contraptions built to make this tropical nest comfortable. Back on the ground, you travel further down the path, and are greeted by swirling music and excited laughter. High above, the air is thick with wondrous flying carpets, each carrying happy visitors on a twirling course above the rooftops of Adventureland. These are the magic carpets of Aladdin, and they shake and shudder as they fly to the delight of adventurers of all ages and sizes. The sun is bright and beautiful, and you race through the clouds looking down with wonder at the whole new world beneath your feet. As you fly, you can see excited autograph hunters waiting for their turn to meet the real Aladdin and Jasmine. Perhaps you should join them. But as the gates open to return you to terra firma, you suddenly have a new priority: a Dole Whip. The Dole Whip is the ultimate prize for those who are brave or foolhardy enough to quest to Adventureland, and what kind you choose reveals much about you as an adventurer. Are you valiant and trustworthy? Then an original Dole Whip may be for you. Are you brave and unpredictable? Then perhaps you are more of a twist. And do you straddle the line between genius and madness in your heroic search for adventure? Then may I recommend something with pineapple upside-down cake in it? Regardless, young hero, sweet treats will soon be yours.
In the Lake District, a group of hunters claims that all of their supplies, equipment, and their transport were lost when a group of mad gorillas invaded their camp. Here is a charming new melody for your listening pleasure.
The rivers of the wilds call to you now, and soon you are booking your passage on the Jungle Cruise. The fleet of boats do not inspire much confidence at first sight, and on second inspection, much less so. And if anything, the skippers who captain these steamships are even less of the heroic ideal than their craft. They all seem so sarcastic? Maybe. Confused? Definitely. Most of all, they are able to leap over tall dad jokes in a single bound. Before you know it, You have cruised the rivers of the world, been driven deep into denial, and had many of the skipper's favorite plants pointed out. That one, that one, that one over there. You have seen the actual Jungle Book, been nearly drenched by elephants, had your camp demolished by gorillas, and witnessed that most awe-inspiring of sights, the backside of water. A magical journey that you can take again and again and always adore. Back on dry land, you hear an enchanted sound in the breeze that can only be one thing. It is the sweet sound of birdsong, but these birds are not like any others that you can see at home. Here in the enchanted tiki room, you are serenaded from dozens and dozens of different perches by the magical inhabitants of the islands. Macaws, toucans, cockatoos, and more are your feathered friends. But even the orchids, the totem poles, tiki drummers, and singing masks, all of them come to brilliant life to tell a story that is timeless. A familiar journey that still feels like thrilling adventure each and every time you take it. That is the heart of Adventureland. It offers the warmth and joy that can only be experienced when celebrating familiar things that are close to your heart, and yet somehow the feeling is always fresh, always thrilling, always an adventure. And if it is adventure that you crave, you will never find one that is loved by more people than Pirates of the Caribbean. How many times have you taken this journey? Countless times since you were small? Or is this the very first time ever? It makes no difference, because like a favorite storybook, there is magic in these waters. You gasp at drops in the darkness and laugh at the antics of familiar friends and fiends. The dog with the key, the muddy pirate with the pig, the riotous streets of Tortuga, all waiting for you, all much loved and still brand new. You sail into open waters, the roar of the cannon fire in the air above you, the splash as it crashes into the sea by your boat, and you know that truly, it always has been, and always will be, a pirate's life for you. Soon the time will come to take your adventure elsewhere. There are other lands that call to you. Just a little further down the trail, you can hear the delighted shrieks of Splash Mountain and beyond. Frontierland, Fantasyland, so much is waiting for you. But you will always return to this place that knows that adventure is out there. The drums are calling to you, and they always will. You've been listening to WDW Escape, presented by WDW Magazine. Still missing Walt Disney World? Subscribe to WDW Magazine in print or digital format at wdw-magazine.com. You'll be transported right back to your happy place. Use coupon code PODCAST for $10 off an annual digital edition. From all of us here at WDW Magazine, have a magical day.